No, your sound's fine. It's me. I'm back. Hello. Okay, welcome. This is a flick through video for my record shop, which is called Collectibles 5. Handy totes, storing big bags of crisps in. Lovely. Big white gusset. Anyway, I run a record shop in Waterloo, in Liverpool. If you've never seen one of these videos before, generally it's just a lot of chit chat, a lot of rubbish. You can flick to some times, which I'll put on the screen in a moment, to see the actual records. I'll give you about 8 minutes of just inane chit chat. If you do watch these videos and you regularly watch them, I'm sorry that I have not done any recently. There's an extraordinarily good reason for that. That reason is, couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered. You know, I do the shop as a hobby, and I have to go and work for the man during the week, and you know, can't be bothered. You know what I mean? Anyway, nice to see you. Right. Oh, let's do some timings. So just normal flick through at the top, and then collectibles at the bottom. Here we go. So flick to those times if you just want to see the records and you don't want to see my chit chat. Right, what's new? Yeah, got me pointer, got me bell. Oh, got me on. Sorry if that's frightened your hamsters. Oh, so there is some really good news, and that is that the excellent people at Dead Air Vinyl, which is on Suffolk Street in Liverpool, and at Dig Vinyl, which is on Bowl Street in Liverpool, and the very good people at 81A Renshaw Street, which is on Renshaw Street in Liverpool, have put together this, which is the Liverpool Record Store map for locally owned indie shops. So that doesn't mean your big shops, your big chains and that type of thing. This is really great. There's lots of great shops in here, and there's also events and record fairs. So if you come into Liverpool, if you're from Liverpool, just go to them. And it's not just city centre, but it's further afield. So you got Skeleton on the Wirral there, and Dark Earth Records, which I've never been to and I really want to go to. I think it's definitely hardcore type shop, but I'm sure they do something with film. I don't know, but I really want to go there, and that's on the Wirral. And then there's me, little old me, Collectibles 5 there, based up north of Liverpool, Waterloo, and there are some videos coming up because it's April and it's Record Store Day, or celebrate record stores and all that sort of jazz. But there's Record Store Day. Now, I don't do Record Store Day. I have my own view on it. I don't think it's as inclusive because you've got to buy the stock. And I think if you're going to support record shops, you should just support record shops and go and whatever they do. If you like the people there, or you like to meet there, or you like to go and chew the fat or buy secondhand stuff or whatever, great. And if you want to go and buy the stuff that they release on Record Store Day, great. I've definitely bought it myself. But I just don't do it because I just can't afford to buy the stuff in and have excess stuff hanging about. It's not my business model, but it is for other people, so please do support those guys. Anyway, there are some videos coming out by these wonderful people. So, sorry, this is being put together by Music Scene. I want to get that absolutely correct. So, yeah, I'm sure it's called Music Scene. God, sorry, guys. Yeah, Music Scene info. If you go on my Instagram, follow me. I'll put a link out, and I'll put a link in underneath this. But I'm sure it's called Music Scene info. Yeah, anyway, follow them. But they put it together, it's brilliant. But they put together videos. So there's 4 record shops who've done kind of interview videos, and I'm one of them. I'm not a record shop. I'm me. You know, bigger than a record shop. I mean, not literally, obviously, metaphorically. You know, it's a big word. Just drop me on. Sorry. Right. Yeah, so that's good. So support that. Get in. Support your local record shops because, you know, lots of people do it as a business and it is their mainstay, and get in and support them. Some people do it as more of a hobby, like moi. This is just a part-time gig. I do something else during the week and I just have the opportunity to have a record shop and come in and talk rubbish and whatever. So if you've never been to my shop, here it is. It's in Liverpool. We have all this vintage old gear, which I just keep adding to and buying loads of crap. So like, you know, reel-to-reels and 8 tracks. I don't know if this is plugged in. Oh yeah, it is. And this all works. And that sounds brilliant. 8 tracks, scopes, and all sorts of bits and bobs. Just bought some turntables and a mixing desk. I'm going to plug them into that PA. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's midlife crisis. Right in action. Right in front of your very eyes. So, here's the rest of the shop though. So we've obviously got loads of second-hand gear, loads of records. There's stuff over there. We tend to put bands on in that corner. When I'm supporting local music, we get bands on. And then down there, I've got a jukebox, which is pretty cool. And then, you know, your standard leaky sink. What's a coffee shop? Sorry. And if you've been watching these videos, you'll notice that absolutely no production value has gone into these still. The production value has remained low, started low, went a bit downhill, got a bit further downhill, kind of stayed there, and it's not getting any better. You know, there's some great videos out there. I watched the one from Dead Air Vinyl on that, and they've got it together. They've got like cutting and editing and proper information. Comes to mind, I'm just like donging bells. Right, what's next? So I've had loads of records in, and I've just been really poor doing these videos, but I've got loads of records in constantly. Pretty much every week I've got records in. I've got, you probably see all those boxes and bags down there. They're just full of stock to be priced up. Terrible. All that stuff over there, full of stuff to be priced up. And when you only run it once a week, it can be a little bit slow. Okay, so that's that. Oh, if you're watching this, I do podcasts with Tom. We're going to record another one today, and we're going to record it about influential record shops or record shops and indie record shops that have influenced us, and you know, for our love of music and all that sort of stuff. It's even worse than this. I think Tom would agree. It's even worse production value than these videos. But if you want a bit of a laugh with like just two grown men just giggling at stuff that no one else is probably going to get and just being ridiculous, go and watch that. That'll be on my YouTube channel. Should we say opening hours of the shop, Saturday 11 till 5. I wish it could be more, but really that's when I do most of my business, because where I'm based, passing trade isn't really enough in the week because it's just a second-hand shop. So 11 till 5 on a Saturday, that's when we is open, and that's going to remain as is for the foreseeable future, I think. So pop on down to the shop. 11 till 5 on a Saturday. Got online shop, Discogs, just collect survive if you look on Discogs. So there's lots. We try and put anything over about 15-20 quid goes on there, and we're really good. We sell international all over the place, and the thing about that is, you know, it's great to build up an international sort of business base, say that, the sales that you've had, but there's just thousands of people out there who are into the same sort of stuff, and it's great to be able to share that, and you get these great records come in, and if we don't sell them locally, they're just going to go, and you build up customers, and you build up a customer base, client base. That's great. So we've got some good customers particularly from Japan and the States, who will buy quite a lot and buy particular things when they come up. But go online. Pride ourselves in that online shop. Anyway, go and have a look at that. What else? Oh, I got this. Look at this. Minor Threat book. I won't go into any details on the vid, but if you know a little bit about me and the shop, and you want to come down and have a look at this, pretty special. Come and have a look at the shop, and I'll tell you why. Right, where are we up to? Oh my God, 10 minutes in. Let's start at 9 minutes. Like 9 minutes. Hello, welcome to the flick through. Oh crikey, give us a sec. Right, got loads of good stuff in. Let me get you. Whoop! Let me get you down here. Right, what have we got? Honestly, tons. I don't know how much time I've got, so I might just have to, like, not talk. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Not talk. There we go. Oh, before I start, I might as well start at 10. This is a great CD if you're looking for a great record. I'm not selling it in the shop. This is typical of me. I tell you about records and I go, I don't have them. But that's a great CD. Late night jazz. Hello, welcome to the flick through. Told you, the production value is rubbish. We've got loads of stuff, all sorts of stuff. Some of it you might have seen before. The Melvins Pincus Abortion Technician. I think this is just going to be them doing versions of bottle surface stuff. What's this? Breather, Rest, Resist, Only in the Morning. Big Country. Yeah, big. Who doesn't want a Big Country EP? Here's one for the collectors. Oh, there's some more 10 inches here. What's this? Heavy Pen. I think I showed this before. Brian May produced that. What's that? I don't know. Tom would know if he was here. Machine Head. Guided by Voices. They're that's a band I've never heard, I've never listened to, but I know people who are into them are like into them, aren't they? Trying to get me big fat head in and get the records in. Look at this, Railways Remembered. Yeah, it's free. If you want it, you can come and get it. It's got stuff like people talking about the old railways, and then it's got the reminiscence of a retired engine driver, Bill Sylvester. The last steam haul train from Paddington. Driver, Reg Williams, of course. Reg. Good old Reg. Let's have a toot. Ow, for Reg. For you, Reg. Right, loads of standards. Can you see that? Loads of standards. By Jovi, New Jersey. Slippy when wet, even. Queen Jazz doesn't have the Saucer poster. Outrageous. Queen Night at the Opera. Got so much Queen stuff. This is a repress. Hasn't got the embossed doodah. Fleetwood Mac, Greatest Hits. You know, the rubbish Fleetwood Mac, not the proper Fleetwood Mac. Supertramp. Yeah, obviously way better than Steely Dan. Kidding, I don't mind Steely Dan, I just don't want to listen to them all the time. Michael Jackson, got a load of Michael Jackson. Don't sing it because you'll get a thingy against you. Bruce Springsteen, The River. That's a good one, that one. I'll play that one. It's cracker there. I got that out of a collection and they're all in really great condition. I nearly sold all that collection, to be honest. GNR Lies, got quite a few of these in, but this one, the person I bought it off said, we bought it, we didn't play it. So that's in really good condition. That should probably be in the collectibles. So I'll bung that at the back. You'll see that in the collectibles, if you can be bothered. If you can be bothered. There's quite a few here that should be in the collectibles. Oh my God, what's going on? So well organised it is. That's a great record. If you're a Stevie fan and you've got like Innovisions and what's the one? Innovisions and what's yeah, you know the one. Then get this, Music of My Mind, and then what's that one about plants? Yeah, get that one. Okay, Bowie, Station to Station. Got loads of Iron Maiden coming. Iron Maiden, represses, Iron Maiden. Oh, is that all the Maiden? Got some more Maiden. DJ, Rap and Aston, that was in the window. So I put that back in there. There we go. John and Yoko. Marvin Gaye. You really want to sing it, don't you? What's going on? Brother. I'm going to sing it. Spandau Ballet, best of. Yeah. Madge. Just laughing at my own comments on the stickers. Rolling Stones. Best of, like Beach Boys. Just sorry if the light's not the best in here. I'm facing the window to try and get a bit of light on these. Elton John, Greatest Hits. He's wearing a pair of those glasses that there's on advertised on the telly that you put them over your glasses. That's, you know, Elton was at the forefront of that in the 70s. Let's have a honk for Elton. Jesus. Iron Maiden. I just thought of a funny joke, but let's move on. Iron Maiden. That's a great record. That's one of the first metal records I ever got. Charlotte the Harlot was just brilliant. And it's got Phantom of the Opera on. Which, if you're of a certain age, is the Lucozade advert, isn't it? Iron Maiden Killers. Owl's Oli. Faithless. All Blessed. I think that's their last LP. Where are we? Marvin Gaye, Midnight Love. Elvis compilation. Why have one Elvis compilation when you can have two Elvis compilations? The new Lee Dorsey, as the Beastie Boys would say, working in the coal mine. bet you're singing that now. Animals, blue black label. So that's not like an original press of it, but it's just ripped. But look on that blue black Columbia collectible. Get that for your Floyd, man, and your quids in, aren't you? Live at CBGB's. Right, I've had this record in the shop since I started, which is about 6 years. It's only 15 quid. I bought it at CBGB's. I can't believe nobody's bought this thing. It's pre the post-punk stuff, so it's all like 1976 to 1977, I think. Still a piece of amazing sort of interesting history, but yeah, I bought it and I went there in the very early 2000s. Future Hearts, Joni Mitchell. I think Tom's coming in. You be quiet, I'm filming a video. It's coming in for the that's Tom coming in. We're going to do a podcast in a minute, but I'll finish this first. Ruthless featuring Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Say hello, Tom, you're on the video. It's alright, you can walk past and sort yourself out. Yeah, there's Tom coming in for the podcast. Check it down. Allman Brothers Band. Eat a Peach. Faces. Not as good as a wink. Joni. Ladies of the Canyon. Candlemas. What do you think of this record, Tom?
Actually, I'm not that into it. For my love of doom of that era, I'm actually not a Candlemas fan.
It's not very good. What did I say it reminded me of? It reminded me of the vocals were really kind of David Lee Roth-y, trying to be.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Is that the one with the guy who wears the?
I didn't get that far.
Is it operatic? Super operatic. Yeah. Where's the full like ruffle?
All right. There you go. You get nothing common. Anyway, we're not in the podcast yet. We're still on the flick through. ABBA, greatest hits. I'm not doing this very well with the camera angle, but you're gonna have to just tough now. Floyd, I'm a gummer. I'm the world's biggest Floyd fan. Joni Mitchell, Court and Spark. So I've got this Court and Spark on 8-track. So if you ever want to hear what the 8-track sounds like, come down the shop and I'll play this, because this sounds flipping great. That sounds amazing. Oh, but there it is on LP. Led Zeppelin 2. Oh, another copy of Houses in the Holy. Bit more collectible, that one's got the Obi strip on it. Led Zepp 4. Crikey, I got loads of Zeppelin in. Didn't even know. Led Zepp 2. Pixies. I'll be getting on for time. Nirvana. Got any of that Nirvana? What's this one? 2017 reissue. Nirvana, like a greatest hits comp. Not what they had all the trouble over. I've got quite a few copies of Nirvana, Nevermind. I've got an original on the wall over there for 155 quid, but there's another repress. Dire Straits, On Every Street, the one that people bought but never played. Kraftwerk, Man Machine. Me and Tom are just going to dress up as Kraftwerk in a minute, but we're not going to do that on camera. Isn't that right, mate?
Which era?
Yeah. Well, of course.
The Man Machine.
Yeah.
I quite like the pocket calculator with the little. Sorry.
Yeah. Medal. A1U, B1U. Yeah. A1U, B1U. If you're not, if you know what that means, then you live a good life. Because if you do know what that means, you're boring nerd. Pixies do little. I've got good customer relations, haven't I? Right. What else? Tragically Hip. Don't know. No idea. Courage. 25 quid. No idea. Sade. I've had this in before. I remember my big joke at the time was I was going, wow, look at that, amazing. That is a 1956 gold, Les Paul gold top. Beautiful. Funny guy, aren't he? Tracy Chapman, Crossroads. The affordable Tracy Chapman record. Because nobody can afford the other one because it's so expensive now. It's been re-released, isn't it? Tracy Chapman's first record. Robert Plant, picture disc of I Believe. Nobody bought it. Probably nobody will. You know what? I think I'm not a massive Stones fan, but I quite like this. This is 1989, and this is Steel Wheels. I remember working in a record shop, which if you go to our next podcast, me and Tom are going to be talking about. And this came out, and it was getting loads of airplay because it did a big world tour. And I remember listening to it and thinking, oh, that's really good. I preferred it to quite a lot of their other stuff. Soul Asylum, Runaway Train on 12-inch, blue vinyl. if that's not worth a trip
Troublesome video.
to the rec, is it?
Yeah, because
Don't go into that. Troublesome video, apparently. I didn't know the troublesome video.
not the video.
White Snake, 1987. So if you're having trouble getting to sleep, come and buy this White Snake record. Or just listen to any interview with, who's the dude out of White Snake? David Coverdale. Didn't he once like single-handedly fight bears out of his back garden? Which told me two things. First off, that I don't believe that. So, I'm not calling him a liar, but I'm saying maybe that's been a little bit inventing. And second, that he probably doesn't live in the town where he was born, which is probably somewhere like York or Middlesbrough. Strikes me he lives somewhere a bit more interesting now. Here's another Rubber Plant picture disc. We're nearly there to the collectibles, and then we're done. Debbie Harry, picture disc. Leon Russell. Yeah, the vinyl's marked on that, but this is a great record. This is live. I think this is live. Yeah. Just looking who's in the band. Jim Keltner on drums. Yeah, Glyn Johns produced. Aha. Hunting High and Taj Mahal. Giant Step. Jazzy, soul-y stuff, isn't it? Taj Mahal. But just brought out a new record, I think. Taj Mahal. David Bowie. I think this is a Spanish compilation, 1973. And then Phil Collins, but seriously, got a new one. Don't know why that's in the new box. And then Bowie pin-ups and a perennial record that every flipping record shop has like 9 billion of. Tubular Bells. Where are we? Oh, perfect. 22 minutes. Let's move on to the collectibles. Right. All right. Black American dance music from the disco era. Someone's got this put away. So if they don't come and get it, it'll be in the shop. But if they do come and get it, it won't be in the shop. There's that Guns N' Roses Lies that we spoke about earlier. That's in really good condition. Depeche Mode, the best of, volume 1, triple LP. So once you get past Personal Jesus, you can just go and play Personal Jesus all over again, can't you? About 3 times. Because I just can't get enough. They're the only 2 songs I recognise, because clearly I'm not the world's biggest Depeche Mode fan. We've got quite a few Beatles bits in, and the problem with Beatles stuff is it can be collectible, and you've really got to scrutinise it to make sure you identify what it is. We've identified stuff that's not even on Discogs. This is a Direct Metal Master 1995, no Apple logo on it. So if you do Beatles stuff, we try our best to make sure we know what we've got in. There's a whole range of affordable Beatles. Goes from like £5 up to I think like £1,000 for a low numbered white album that I've got. Chris Isaac, Wicked Game, which is a great record, which I said I'd prefer to have with this album over any Steely Dan album. It's the second time I've had to go at Steely Dan. Tom's going out. He's back in a minute. This is a soundtrack, La Bête Noire. I think I've showed you this, by Jean-Claude Vanier, famous French musician. Brilliant, and it's on the absolutely astonishingly, amazingly fantastic Finders Keepers label, and I don't think anything they've put out has disappointed. Particularly, I've got loads of their stuff up there, just I play in the shop. There's one, I've got to show you this. This is just Abolishing Rough Trade in Manchester. Oh no, London. Anyway, it's called Well Hung, and it's Hungarian psych pop stuff from the 70s. It's just great. And we were playing the first track of this in the shop by Kati Kovacs, I think it is. No, yeah, track 5, Kati Kovacs. Playing it in the shop. And some Hungarian dude come in and he was like, oh, she's massive in the 70s. Just shows you, doesn't it? We pretty much stick to what's just kind of available in this country, a lot of us, but there's some amazing stuff out there. Finders Keepers is a great record label to start to explore that. So is Numero. There's loads of these labels. Freddie Mercury, Montserrat Caballé, How Can I Go On, the 12-inch. Steely Dan Gaucho, not really collectible, but Lilo Schiffer and Bullet, not really collectible, just interesting. Interesting record. Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Nevermind, original misprint. So there's a misprint Nevermind, there's a real one on the wall. Shabby Road. I don't know what version this is. It's just a really nice copy. I'd have to look in the notes that we've put, but it's a decent copy. Tangerine Dream. Again, not collectible, just a nice record. Wolfpack. Mr. Finish Line. Iron Maiden Power Slave. In nice condition, that. Banco de Gaia. Maya. Banco de Gaia Maya. Gaia Maya. That one. Nude Dimensions 3. Naughty. Lewis Capaldi. Sealed copy of Broken by Desire to be Heavenly Sent. Sealed inside. Oh my God. Here's another Shabby Road. First label, revised cover. Honestly. First press, variation B of the Beatles Revolver. And it's a mono stereo. I don't know why that's in there. That's not a collectible record. Great record, but it's not collectible. Roy Ayers, Ubiquity. He's coming. Marillion. Even Magpie. Again, it's a band that people really are like massively fixated on, aren't they? Never really got that, but okay. Unky Dory, just a really nice copy of the first press of it. Original in the sleeve, doesn't have the fan club card, although I'm not sure if that one did have it. Anyway, Lost Boys. That's a good record, isn't it? That's got a great version of People Are Strange by, I reckon, the Bunnymen, hasn't it? Yes. That's a great version. It's the first time I had that record, I don't know if it does. The Man Himself. I've had this in for a while, but I just want to show it again. Can't beat it, Jimmy. Again, this is just a repress, but I've got to show you because it's just a great record. Come in the shop if you want to hear something just amazing. Come in the shop and we'll talk about the Monks. I'm just showing you all the records I stock records I really like. This. This. Oh, do you know what? I'll ask Tom in the podcast, but there's another Origin to Punk sort of all black band who were out of Detroit who before this, and I thought this is one of the first. But we'll get onto that in the podcast. Some of this stuff is already in the shop, so not necessarily new, but I thought I'd show you again. Ozzy, Randy, Radiohead, REM Up. Again, it's been in the shop for a little while. That another copy in of Paul Weller Wildwood, which is quite cool because what he did with it was he stuck on the inside. Can you see that? Go get my big fat hand out of the way and don't rip the cover. Or £5 note. When you open the album up, you thought, oh, there's a £5 in there. This is collectible. I've got to wind it up now. This is how long this video's going for. I'm really sorry. Fate of Nations, Robert Plant. I mean, I've had this in before. This is a ridiculously collectible record. I say that, no one's bought it, but you know, £100 for that. And you think that's collectible? No Quarter, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, unleaded. It's £200. Woo! 190 to you. That triple Led Zeppelin remastered. That's why that's worth getting hold of. That's still 75 of your pounds. £100 Guns N' Roses. Now the reason is it's in really great condition. It's got the original rarer cover, which isn't really that rare, and it's got the stickers, which is hard to come by. So, boom, that's great. Eat Static Abduction. I don't know. Dare I say the word crusty? I don't want to, but there we go. Said it. Cream does really gears. Better wrap it up. We'll do that last, just so I can get that joke in. Beatles for sale. Tons of collectible Beatles. Beatles Revolver later, but one boxed misprint. So it's tons of Beatles. And then, it's not collectible, but I'll just spat on it. Cortinas St. Jude. The Cortinas that I've written on here. Again, I've said this joke a few times. The Run Rig of Manchester. The Run Rig of... Oh, there's one. That's for the Cortinas. Right, thanks very much. Right, enjoy the rest of your... Trying to get it before 30 minutes. Please just, support local record shops. Come down here on Record Store Day, but we don't do it. But enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.